stopped in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Hey, looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh, tonight. Yeah, let's get rowdy. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight.
Alright, yeah, so happy 4th of July. I'm just doing some like stupid fucking stream. I got my fucking pro sunglasses on here. I'll go into what I'm doing in a second. Let me just make sure everything's going good. Alright, we have that, cool. So we got King Cobra right here. We're gonna be doing some dumb shit, so oh shit, the problem is my fucking audio is like completely scuffed today. I don't have my headphones, so You're gonna hear it come through my speakers, and that might fucking suck, but it's also kind of necessary. So if anything's all fucked up, hopefully someone can say something or whatever. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is pause this. So here's the idea for this game that we are making in Godot. We have King Cobra right here. I found this awesome clip of him. Hold on, let me get back to... There we go, right there. All right. So we have some clips of him. 3 hours before eviction call, there is a stream where he is playing with a blowtorch and trying to heat up a hookah pipe. And he's heating up this fucking thing for like 3 minutes straight. And so the Godot game is going to be King Cobra, and he's blasting this thing with the fucking blowtorch. And it's just him being like, nope, not hot enough yet. And then you have to keep pressing like buttons, like spamming the button. It's basically going to be like quick time events for you to keep heating up this fucking blowtorch till King Cobra assesses that it is the perfect temperature for him to smoke his fucking hookah. And yeah, let's see if we can find that little clip. Yes, right here, perfect. It's 3 minutes of him heating up this fucking bulb till it's like the temperature of the fucking sun. And this is one of my favorite clips in the world. Look at this shit. Hold on, we're gonna play some of it. Oh, you fucker. Alright, here we go.
Boop. Screw that back into place.
This is in an apartment. You can see there's a bunch of spray paint back there everywhere. He's super greasy. Those are magic wands behind him. Hopefully that'll protect him. He's got his Iron Maiden blanket over whatever the fuck that is. That's a table now. Alright, he gets a good... That's his hookah stem or something. I don't know what the fuck that thing is. It's some type of thing that goes on top of his hookah. I've smoked a hookah before. I've never seen one of those. But yeah, he's gonna burn this thing for... from 8 to... like a minute and a half. And you can see how hot that fucking thing is getting. There's little pieces, chunks of the fucking steel or glass coming off of it. Yeah, this is one fucking great, dude. And you think it's hot enough to smoke with yet, dude? How are his hands not melting off? I don't think he has any feeling in his fucking hands. Yeah, dude, a little bit more. Unreal, man. A little more. Oh, not hot enough yet. Yeah, I got a little more. That's what his voice sounds like now, by the way. Like some fucking Muppet. Yeah, it's not hot enough yet, dude. Turn it up. Oh, it's getting there. Oh my god, how is it not melting? What the fuck is that thing? If it's glass, dude, it's gotta be close to melting. What the fuck is that? It's the coal. Alright, yeah, that thing's good and going, dude. Alright. Yeah, so anyway, that's the intention for the game, is to just have him burning that fucking stem. That really makes me laugh. Hell yeah, brother. I gotta take these off. It's hurting my head. But, yeah, so I have this King Cobra model right here. And what I want to do is, we need to bring him up just a little bit. I gotta bring this into Godot. This is the Blender scene. This is a, let me do that. We'll bring this up. I have this scene of King Cobra's house. It's a little off from what the actual video is, but it's close enough. We got the spray paint over there. We got a desk over here. We need to assign some type of material here, but fuck it, who cares? I think what I'm just going to do is grab the chair and Mr. Saunders, and we'll just bring him in to Godot. We have a bunch of animations, but we really need the sitting animation, so I might delete the other ones. I'm not sure. And then we also need to bring him forward a little bit so he's actually sitting on the chair. I think I'm going to get rid of these walls for now. I'm just going to hide them and hide a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to make a Cobes cooking game eventually, but right now we're just doing the Cobes heating up his fucking stem or whatever. I think it's a coal now. Now that I'm thinking about it, it could be a coal, but he's still heating it for way too fucking long. And I thought it was the stem. I thought he was like burning the fucking like stem of a bong, and then just like, oh man, gotta heat it up real good. Gotta put tobacco in it. Which is really funny, but all right. So what I want to do, I have to have him with his hand up in the air. So this is our sitting animation. We'll just have to add to this. It's just kind of him looking around. So if I go into my animation and I go into pose mode, I think if I select all, we can see all the bones. And I know there's a way to simplify this. I think that's what I'm going to do. How do I do that again, though? Isn't it in the graph editor? And I bring this over. I think if I select all of these and I go N, N over here. I thought there was like, oh, yeah, there are modifiers. Add modifier. Happy 4th of July stream, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember how to simplify handle type, delete keyframes, easing type. Isn't there a way to like get rid of half the keyframes? Channel key, yeah, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, isn't it clean keyframes? And then we can go over here and adjust. What do we do? 0.1. Or do I have to like select them all? And then do the keyframe thing. Clean keyframes. I'm not seeing any difference. Maybe it's not that. That's probably something completely different. Whatever. Hold on, I'll ask ChatGPT. He'll know. Blender's actually pretty documented. How, all caps, how would I reduce the amount of key frames in an animation in Blender? I have my Mixamo animation. I want to reduce the damn keyframes. Let's give it some more information to work with. Yeah, I thought it was simplify, clean, set the threshold, lower, more accurate, higher, fewer keyframes. Okay. Let me try that again then. So we have all of them selected. We go to key, clean keyframes, and we'll select like 0.5. Did that get rid of some of them? I think it did. What if I go higher? What if I go like 0.9? Let me do that again. Maybe I don't have. I have to select all of them up here in the graph editor. I think key, clean keyframe, 0.9. I thought it was higher is bigger, so 0.1 is that going to be bigger? I don't think I feel like it didn't clean anything. What are you fucking talking about? I really don't want to do it one at a time. Hold on, let me double check this. Press Alt-O, decimate based on margin error. Go to the key menu, click key. I did that. Clean keyframes, did that. Lower, more accurate, and then start with something. F curves, all right. Channel, extrapolation mode, constant, decimate F curves. Okay, let's try that. Let's try the actual graph editor. The graph editor seems to be more reliable sometimes to me. What was it? It was, there should be something up here, right? What did it say? Use F curves in the graph editor, select A, then go to channel, extrapolation mode, constant. Okay, so we need to find channel. Channel, extrapolation mode. Well, I guess we don't need to do that, but we could. We're going to do it anyway. It says to. It should be fine. I can always just get a new model, so it's not like a big issue if we fuck it up. Decimate F curves. All right, so there we go. Okay, so that's what I was missing. Key. Where is it at? Smooth, blend, density, decimate. I think this is it. Are we going up or down? I think there we go. We're getting there. This is probably closer to what we want. No, that's too much. Can I click on here and actually do it with like numbers? There we go. Thank you. I don't want to do it with the fucking mouse. What am I, an idiot? Can we do 0.1? How's that looking? How about 0.9? How's that looking? I think that's closer to what I want. Let's take a look at the actual animation now. Still should be pretty close to the same. We could probably take out more than that, honestly, but I think that should be okay for now. So if I go back to my animation, if I click on like an individual bone now, I think it should be easier to see, at least a little easier. Altogether, it looks kind of crazy, but like if I click on one of these, now we can see there's like individual keyframes instead of just a whole solid line all the way across. And we probably could decimate this more, but it wouldn't look as good. And I really only need to update a few of these bones. So what I'm going to do is have the hand coming up like over here, and then have the other hand like, you know, with the blowtorch. So I guess first we got to make a blowtorch as well. Or I think there actually is one on Asset Haven. I'm going to check real quickly. Let me bring this over here. Go to Asset Haven. Isn't it Polyhaven or something? Texture Haven. It used to be Texture Haven. There we go. Yeah. This website. You get a bunch of free models and shit. So we can go to models. I'm pretty sure they have a blowtorch in here. Let me search torch. I'm almost certain I saw it. I'm gonna keep scrolling. I'm sure. Oh, tools. Well, that's where I got the paint cans from. We got WD-40. Maybe I was confused with the WD-40. We have a small oil can. Not exactly. I guess they don't. I thought they did. Maybe they don't. Damn. I might have to make my own, which means it's going to look like shit. But that's okay. Yeah. I guess not. Lighting. No, I wouldn't be in lighting. Well, we might have to grab some textures from here, so I'm going to leave this open in the other tab. But I guess what we'll do is move this here, move that there, and I guess we'll work on the animation. So let's go back to our video reference. So this is the pose that we need. And my idea is to have him, like, you know, as he's in the chair, you know, we'll start off down here with the blowtorch, and then you can see he kind of like keeps bringing it up to his face. He's mesmerized by that shit. So it's gonna be like, you know, he's getting like super fucking close to his face with the blowtorch, just burning that shit in. And then, you know, it's gonna be like one of those games where you used to launch the ships up into the atmosphere, kind of like that. Except you're just spamming the X button instead of buying upgrades or like, you know, doing some type of prompt or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be really fucking funny. Is Cobra my favorite cow right now? Yeah, for sure. Just because I've been listening to all of his like old stuff from Bite Sized, and the seizure robot vids are always really good. They're very well produced. So it's like, I guess, I don't know if he's my favorite cow, but the content around him is produced in a way that's like easy to digest. Whereas it's like a lot of these new cows, it's like TWU and all them. I'm like, I don't even fucking like these people. At least Josh I used to like. You know, like he's so good right here. Like back in the day, he can actually like articulate and talk. And now that he's been using all this fucking duster, like he's completely fucked. He's done, and it's very sad. Hold on, let me get more coffee. All right. But yeah, yes, I would say that Josh is probably my favorite cow, just because he's like, he's not a sicko, dude. He doesn't do anything wrong. That's not true. He does a lot of things that are wrong, but it's like not, you know, horrible things. So if we're going here, I guess I should just like make a whole new animation. I think that would be the thing to do. I'm just going to, if I select everything and I make a new one, and we'll call this Smoking It Up. And I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this in Godot. Should it just have, I'm thinking about having just one long ass, like minute long animation, and then having like any prompt in between there, just like have him, like if you fail one of the QuickTime events, someone will like knock on the door with Wendy's, or someone, the cops will come in or something, and he'll just like go to a different animation and be like, oh, nope, not enough time, tubes, or something like that. That would be fucking based. That'd be really funny. And it'd be easy to code, which is the best part. Also, I can't play my super annoying music today because of the my sound system's all fucked up. I just realized I might have washed my vaporizer. That's not good. Oh no. Those Chinese chemicals need to go into my lungs, not into my water system. It could be very damaging to the environment. I'm gonna get a call from Chesterfield. Oh shit! I'm gonna get a call from the county. All right. What am I trying to do here? That's right, smoking it up. So we're gonna make this a minute-long animation. What's a good thing to look for sound effects, like gunshots and stuff? I'll show you what I do. I just go to YouTube and I type in like gun sound effect, and then I record it on Audacity. You can like set your Audacity to record like whatever your computer's hearing, so you just record that, and then I just use that sound effect. And I don't know, it's probably not a great way to do it. Alternatively, you could buy a gun. You can buy a high point for like almost $400 and get one of those and just record it and go shoot out in the backyard. That's the cool way. Or you could buy a $150 kit on Amazon. You could build your own muzzleloader. You don't need any permits. You don't need shit. And you could go and blast that thing in your neighborhood. You know, that's a good use of your time and money. It is the 4th of July as well, so I would encourage you to go out and purchase a firearm. I think everyone should probably own a firearm. Yeah. Alright. So I guess we're just going to copy this over and over again until about the minute mark, and then I'll come back in and edit all the shit. So, would it be easier to do this in NLA? I don't know. Control C, and Control V, and then I'll just bring it back. Looks like a snake. What does that look like here? Okay, cool. So that's not too bad. And we're going to blend it anyway. And if it's a little janky, it's fine. Oh, you're not American? Damn. Yeah, I mean, I use like Artlist, but Artlist you have to pay for. So it's like, I think if you want like quality assets, like no joke, like good stuff, you'd probably have to pay for it some way. That's like been my experience. Because like you can try and do everything on your own and be like, oh, I'm going to do the Foley sounds and I'm going to do like this and that. And it's like, I just found for myself, I'm really shitty at them. So there's no point in me like wasting hours on like making crap. I'm just like a basic, I'm a shitty programmer, not a shitty sound designer. Alright, so we're going to keep doing this over and over again. This is the level of intelligence I've been trained through in college. Yeah. I have to leave here at like in a couple hours to go and do fireworks with my family. So I have to like keep an eye on the time. Nice. Oh man, maybe you could record fireworks. Or something. Do they allow fireworks in other countries? Okay, so now we have this minute long where he's just sitting on the couch and we gotta start bringing the torch up and we have to make an actual torch. So let me save this. Oh, I probably shouldn't save that. Damn, I'm saving over like other projects. Whatever, not a big deal. We can always adjust those projects later. So we'll add a cylinder. I'm going to go into no distractions mode right there. I'm actually going to bring this up like that. And I think I used to use one of these with my dad when we would do copper piping. You had to solder the copper piping. And you'd have to like, it was really sketchy because you'd have to be inside like somebody's house and then you'd have to have this blowtorch going and like heat it up inside of a wall and melt the solder around the copper pipe. And he was pretty good at it, but I did not like doing it because I was like, damn, you're gonna catch the fucking house on fire. But you could take like a piece of wet cardboard and like wrap it around. What was I studying in college? How's it going, Phoenix? I did. I think I have a associate's degree in basically information technology with a focus in software development. But I went to like a really shitty. I went to Purdue University Global. I made a video about them. It really like wasn't like a very good school. It was just kind of like, you know, I would say like almost like a DEI school, and like you could pretty much like just do the bare minimum and you would pass as long as you paid. So yeah, I mean, I feel like our generation really got swindled out of like real educations because the college situation is just so fucked. They're like, I can charge $150, you know, a class and just teach this guy to tie his shoes and no one's gonna fucking care. No one's gonna check on it. So they would teach you like HTML from like the 90s and they'd be like, yeah, this is still good in the current job market. It's like, no, it's fucking not. Like, fuck you, boomer. when all the teachers are like 80 years old and they're like, I worked for Microsoft in like 1994 and I installed HTML and DSL cable, and it's like, yeah, well, dude, well, now we got new shit. Yeah. Yeah, that was what really pissed me off, is like the end assignment was like you could either make like some type of program, or you could like hook up a network. It was just so many things where it's like, I explained it better in my video, but it was like, damn, you really don't need like that much knowledge to do this. And it's like somebody in high school could do this. And that was like the big thing. It's like a lot of like, I remember high school actually being like more challenging than some of this stuff. Because the teachers there would actually like hold you to account. You couldn't just write on the paper like System of the Down lyrics and throw it in there and be like, yeah, just give me a C. I would kind of like write that on some of the papers and be like, yo, can I just get like a C because I don't feel like doing this? And they would be like, oh man, that's cool, bro. So yeah, I mean, it's just like no one gives a shit. But yeah, I shouldn't like just rag on college all day, because I could be here just talking shit all day. So we're trying to make this blowtorch. I guess let me pull up a picture of one real quick. Well, we do have one in Cobra's hand, so we're going good. We got that little bit right there. We just got to make a little bend angle and then do that. So look at how close he's holding that shit. The dedication to not, you know, drop that on his floor. If he dropped that thing, dude, it's going to the other side of the fucking earth. It is so hot. It's melting through the core of the earth like fucking alien blood. What do I think about NEETs? Honestly, I think you should just get a job as soon as possible. Like, the thing that helped me like make money and everything was just like I worked with my dad. I got I kind of got like kicked out of high school for a little while because I had like a party, and I got drunk with some of my friends, and then I went drunk to school, and I was kind of a dick to some of the teachers and shit, and I had to like get kicked out of school for a little while, and then I was able to come back and like finish my like college, like, you know, get my high school diploma and all that. But like when I got kicked out, I went and worked with my dad and like experienced like real work for the first time, like plumbing in like a ghetto ass neighborhood. And I was like, oh, like this is why you don't want to be like having no education, because you'll be stuck doing this shit forever, and it sucks and it's sketchy as fuck. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like, that's what I would say, is like get a job as soon as possible, realize what like real work is, and then like that's pretty much all you can really do if you're like a younger guy trying to figure it out. I don't know, I have like family members who are like from richer backgrounds, and like they have like they've got like everything set up to go to college, but it's like I feel like their parents put way too much stock in college, and it's like I don't think the colleges are going to get you where you want to go anymore. But that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe they could get something good. A college that knows it's a scam. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there was one guy in there, and I feel bad for this guy, but he had went to college one time, and he had spent his he had like been in like the employment in Iraq, I mean the deployment in Iraq, so he was coming back from Iraq to do college, and that was like the 2000s or whatever. He just wrote a post on the board, and he was like, oh, I spent my first like education credit becoming a like sound designer, and that went nowhere, and he's like, now I'm coming back and I want to be like a video producer. And it's like, dude, just like get a real degree, get a real job. Like, you're not gonna get these jobs. I don't know. And he had like 2 kids, and it was like, how are you letting this man do this to himself? Like, just tell him, become an engineer, like learn some drafting skills or something. Instead, they're like, oh, you want another music production degree? Yeah, dude, we can slam you up with that one. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. It's like, you know, how are they not like vicious vultures? Yeah, but anyway, we're keeping working on the blowtorch for King Cobra so we can light up his little thingy here. All right, so we got that. I think we need to add the cylinder. We'll spin at 90. I want to shrink it down, bring this up. S on the Y. So we'll put that here. We don't really need it super complicated. I think I might maybe shrink like one side of it in. Yeah, no one runs a real job. Dude, running CNC equipment is like the best job I've ever had. I don't have to talk to anyone. I just run my machine and it's like decent money. So it's like, I feel like everyone talks shit about that job, but it rocks. Like working in a factory is pretty good. Now, like most of the factories now, you can listen to headphones all day. You can have your headphones in. You just have to do like a little job as you're doing it. Like if you have like a 10-hour shift, like I do, I pretty much work 4 days a week, and then it's like that's like 16 days a month. So I get a lot of time off. And everyone's like, "Oh, you don't want to be stuck working in a factory." It's like, "Oh yeah, go get your fucking office job where you're there like 60 hours a week." I mean, that was my experience. I was like, oh, I got to get an office job. I got to be like, you know, doing that stuff. If I want to select every other one of these and bring them in, is there like a fast way to do it? Or do I have to go around here like an idiot? I'm going to go around here like an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the chronic pain thing, like, you know, so I work like with fabric, so I just have to like pick up fabric and put it down. So it's like you don't always have to be doing something crazy. Although I did used to work for a company where I worked with this giant vat of chemicals, and I would like lower stuff into these chemicals. And I worked with this Asian dude named Tom who had this horrible cough, and he refused to wear a mask. And I was like, oh man, you think that might have something to do with it? That we're working over this giant vat of chemicals and you don't wear a mask at all? I don't know. What do I want to do here? I want to do the individual origins. And I want to do, I think they're normals, and then I want to shrink them on the X, on the Y. There we go. No. What if I just want to shrink them in? I'm trying to move them all towards the fucking center. Oh, I think we have to do it on the global. S. No. Damn. What if I do it on the local? No. Check select menu. You know what? I think I might be giving up. I'm gonna try one more thing. Damn it. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna give up. We're just gonna have it like that. That's perfect. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. We're gonna shade smooth. I might come back and fix it later. Yo, Tom rocked, dude. Tom was like one of the coolest dudes I ever met. There's some of those guys there that worked at that place that were like, just like, you know, like the absolute epitome of like tradespeople. There was one guy there, he told me he came in the morning and he had like a big red mark on his head, and I was like, what happened? And he's like, my wife fucking hit me over the head with, she got a wiffle ball bat and smacked him on the head. And I was like, oh, why? And he was like, I got really drunk and I left all my weed out and my kid got into it and smoked it. And his kid is like, you know, like fucking 17 or whatever. And she was like, and then my wife woke me up by beating me in the head with a wiffle ball bat. And I was like, dude, that's so fucking funny. Yeah, so those are like the characters. So it's like, you know, it is good people that you're working with most of the time. There were some sketchy people. Well, then it's like the difference between a factory that like drug tests and one that doesn't. So what am I trying to do? I want to mark a seam here. We're going to mark those seams, and I want to turn this to a different color. I want to have this be black, and then I'm going to make all this like a bronze, and then I'm going to have this be a different shade of bronze, probably. All right. We'll do a new one, and we'll go black. And we'll select everything, and oh, we need another one. I want to bring that one. Can I bring that one up above it? There we go. We'll go brass, and I'm going to make another one for label. Label. I also work with this Chinese guy who was stealing from the vending machine at the job, and I was like, "You're gonna get caught, man! Like, there's a camera on there." And he eventually got fired, but I don't know if he ever got like brought up on the charges of stealing $1 worth of snacks every day. Which I doubt they would even give a shit about, but it's so funny that he did that. Alright, so we grab all that. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to switch these, and we're going to call this brass. Since that everything is already brass, I'm just going to grab this, and then we'll say assign that, and we'll change this to the dark, and we'll change this to the brass. And let's see, let's just go to Texture Haven and see if we can, you know what, I'm just going to make it that color for now, and we're going to come down to the label and make it blue. Just because I kind of got to get this going, and then we'll come back and fix it later in maybe even in Godot, because I can just add the label or whatever. Label, assign, and we'll make this like that propane blue. We should put Hank Hill on the front of this. No, this is butane, isn't it? Aren't these butane? I can't even remember. Alright, so I think that should be good for now. We just need to move this into Cobra's hand, and I'll fix the textures probably later on. We're stuck inside of Josh's big ass fucking head. This needs to be parented, so can I grab this, grab that, and then say Control P to object. There we go. Which one moves which? Does this moves that? Good, okay. Nice, so we need to bring this over. Bring it over here. And let's see, we're just trying to get an approximate size. Probably something like that, right? That looks about right to me. And then I guess we'll start moving his hands up. Oh, we gotta make the coal too. Oh man, and while I'm doing this, like when it's like burning and everything, I want to have like a little temperature gauge going up and up and up, and it's like 1,000,000, like 10 million, 10 trillion degrees, just like blasting out the sides of the fucking thing. Alright, so we need to make a little pair of tongs, so I guess we'll just go to probably a cube. How am I going to do this? I feel like I gotta split it in half and then grab this. My brain thinks very simply in terms of cubes. And then if I grab these faces, I probably should change this stuff back to bounding box center. There we go. Let's go to solid. I probably should mirror this before I start doing all this dumb shit. Let me go to add modifier, and we'll put on a mirror. And yeah, let me go to the points and delete all these points over here. And yeah, there we got our mirror. Cool. So I guess I can bring this up like that, and I want to go here, and I guess we'll E to extrude. Is this a good way to do it? I don't know. I guess I could do it with like curves or something. Then we'll go up, and I'm just going to rotate it like this, and then maybe that's a little too much. I think maybe like here, and then yeah, we'll have that, and we'll shrink it, go up a little bit, move that like this, and then just have them pinch here at the end or something. And there we go, we got our tongs. Very fancy, very classy. And we just need a some type of cylinder to throw in there to act as our coal. I will say it was much funnier when I thought this was like the bulb of a like a bong or something that he was heating up to the temperature of the sun. Now that I know it's a coal, it's not as funny, but it's still pretty good. He still hits it way too long inside of his own apartment, and he's just like frying that thing up. It's still so good. If aliens abducted me, that would be one of the videos they would find in my brain, and they'd be like, "This guy's fucking retarded." We were trying to find human knowledge, and we found nothing. All he knows how to do is to make stupid stuff in Blender. Alright, let's just pull this out and slam that down a little bit. And we'll do it over here too. And that way we have a nice little profile to that. Wonderful. Object, shade smooth. And I'm going to throw on the national anthem for a minute. I just have to take a piss, so I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to leave Cobra on the screen for the national anthem. Cobra loves that shit. Where the hell is it? Star Spangled Banner. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear that. Alright, nice. Okay, we're back. Cool. So, 128. Shit, I gotta leave here at like 2:40, somewhere in there. Whatever. Alright, so let's go to the animation. Let me bring this back up. He's been patriotic this entire time. USA. Yeah, there's a great clip of Cobra just going like, "Oh yeah, I love America, yeah." He's just so hyped up on America, you know. And that was what I didn't like about the Seizure Robot. They were not as patriotic as me. They don't understand Cobra's love of America like I have, you know. And it's like, damn, they must be from North. They must be Northerners for sure. So we want to grab his hand. Should we just clear everything on his hand and then make it up as we go, or should we like try adjusting this shit? Why are there so many? There's so many. I guess it's just duplicated over and over again, really. So let's just duplicate. Let's just ditch everything and see what happens. So not much. So now if I grab this and I bring it up like that, that's looking pretty good. So obviously it's not. Let's go. We just have to delete everything on the arms, I think. So let me bring it in front. Viewport display in front. We're gonna grab these bones here and just delete them. We really only need the sitting position for everything else, so we're just gonna grab all that shit and get rid of it. And so now if I play the animation, I think those just kind of move along with its body, and we can start positioning them. Sorry, I gotta slam down more fucking liquids. Alright. So we want to have his hand like right here. Just like this. And it looks like he doesn't have any fingers. Oh, that's not good. We need fingers. Damn. What am I gonna do? I guess I could just make it his hand. I might have to go to Mixamo and get a whole new fucking thing. Am I gonna have to do that? You know what? Right now, let's just get the rough idea, and then I can always get the other Mixamo model and like refix the animation. That's like really nothing. So yeah, let's just we'll get the rough thing going because I can always transfer the animation data. I think I know how to do that. Okay, so we'll bring this up to like right here. All I really need to do, should I just parent the bottle to his hand? I think I should. There's no reason not to, right? If I just go to object mode, move this right here, and put it where it should be in his hand, I mean, there's really no reason not to just parent it there for our purposes, I don't think. At least for this debugging state, which I'm I'm saying I'm gonna fix, but there's no fucking chance I'm going back to fix this stupid ass game. So yeah, let's just move it back on the Y just a little bit. There we go. Now it looks like he's holding it. Caucus map, how's it going? Oh yeah, forgetting everything in Blender. Yeah, that happens. I forgot everything in Godot and Python, and then like you work in it for like a week and you're like, oh, I remember how that works now. Alright, so let's go ahead and start saving these positions. Oh, well, let me parent that. Alright, so we're going to grab this and say, grab that next. Control P with automatic weights. That was probably a bad idea. I should probably go back to rest position and then move that to where it should be. Damn, that's going to be another pain in the ass. I think there's another way to do it too. I think we can take this, well, we could do it in Godot too. We could just make that as a child of it. So I think we'll just kind of keep it in as a reference for now. Fuck it. We're just going to hide it. We'll figure that out later. Actually, no, we will keep it in as a reference. Cool, let's just start saving positions on his bone arm. Yeah, we'll have that. We're just going to go insert, yeah, location and rotation, I believe. And then we'll maybe bring it forward just a little bit. So like 10 seconds, we'll have him, you know, spark it up, and he'll kind of bring it up to his face a little bit. He'll just bring this up and extend it out, you know, really just showing you that he's got a blowtorch in his hand. He loves to show off all the stuff that's going to burn down his apartment. Insert location and rotation. I think we need to get out some of that movement there in the back. So if I go, if we go here on these, if I delete these, we still have a good amount of movement. Maybe if I delete this, there we go. That's more like what I'm looking for. And then we can add a little bit of movement here to make it more human later. But for now, let's focus on the arms. And I think I'm going to get rid of all that head movement too, because we can add that in dynamically with our own little ticks. So now we have a very robotic looking cobra. His legs are jostling around a little bit. But, so. My neighbor's weed eating really close to my house and shit's hitting my window. Fucker. I don't know. I think he's just getting his lawn. I'm debating whether to go out there and yell at him, but I just don't fucking feel like it. It's not a big deal. My yard is like overgrown right there too, so I'm just hoping like that's not a whatever. All right. Okay, yeah. So we're here. I need to move my mic off my table. I do, yeah. Every time I move my mic, I'm hitting it, aren't I? I probably should move that. I think what I'm going to do is I have this shelf over here that I'm going to attach it to, or attach it to this. So next stream, probably when I leave in like 30 minutes, I swear you won't hear all this fucking tipping and tapping anymore. Eventually will be a proper show. So if I go here in the 20s, I kind of want to have this come up a little bit more. We're going to have to move in from the side. Get it real close to his face, real close to burning that greasy ass hat. Probably just like this. Maybe tilt that down a little bit, and then this one's going to be up on the other side. I am really sorry about the audio quality. I will fix things, I swear. I'm sure this show is going to get tons of viewers eventually. I'll be the next Asmon No Gold. I can live in my house like a fucking neat and spurg about politics when I've never experienced the real world. R on the Y. Alright. And bring it back. Not that I don't like Asmon Gold. I've just been listening to him at work. Because Kino Casino's on breaks. There's nothing to fucking listen to. They're coming back today, hopefully. Alright. So let's see. If I have this... oh, let me save all this before I start moving on the timeline. Otherwise, it's all going to go for nothing. Let me grab all his arm bones. And we'll put some positions on those. Insert, location, rotation. So we have that. We also need to come back to this and maybe have his arm start from down here. We'll bring that down. Bring this here. And bring that over. Yeah, so I guess we'll just keep that arm down for now. I guess it really should be resting on his crusty pants. We'll kind of have it more off to the side because he does have weird mannerisms where he holds shit all fucked up. There we go. And we got to spin that hand. There we go. That looks unnatural. Nick Diorio. Yeah, I guess Nick Diorio is pretty good as a substitute. I just can't stand this, like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. The Zoomer, like, affect and all that shit. And, like, everything has to be in good faith all the time. It's like, dude, we're not making fun of people on the internet, dude. We're just having fun. It's good faith, dude. It's like, just stop being a pussy. Like, just admit that you're, like, making fun of this dude on the internet, having fun, getting a laugh out of him. Like, you know, we're all playing a game of, like, smack the retard here. You don't have to pretend like, no, I'm high and I'm all above it, dude. I'm just, like, a good faith observer. It's like, yo, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, it's funny. That's why we're here. I just hate that mentality of, like, a bunch of YouTubers. Okay. Darf. Yeah, Darf Lenny, dude. I was listening to, what was it, Seizure Robot's video on, what is it called? Basically his friends. I can't remember which one it was, but Darth was heavily featured. And it was a very good episode. But yeah, that guy, what was it? I only have sex for procreation. That was him. He was like a dwarf. He was a little tiny guy. He was smaller than me. And then He would like, he crafted weapons. He's still got a crafting channel. Is he still around? I should look him up. But yeah, didn't they like get him in the face with some eggs or something as a joke, and Cobra didn't respond very well or something like that? I can't remember. So we need to get this thing real close to his face. So let's see. Let's have his arm come up like this. No, hold on. Don't play with that. There's fucking nails in the board. No. Relax, buddy. There's my cat Goblin. He was playing with a board that had a bunch of nails in it, so I gotta take that away from him. Yo, I broke a glass yesterday. I had one of these out, and like I knocked it off, and it fell on the ground, and both my cats immediately sprinted over to investigate, and I had to grab them like by the fucking scruff of their necks and be like, yo, get in the bathroom so I can clean all this broken glass up. That was great. That really pissed me off at like 6 a.m. in the morning. So we'll have that like that. We're going to have his head maybe tilt back with his autistic stare going on like this. I think we need to lean his entire character back like that. He's straightening up. He's embracing the light, much like Solaire. And we will... bring it over here. I also found this other thing that I was working on for Cobra from the Lolcow video game that I forgot about, that I'm glad I found. It's like a giant snake head I made, and I'm going to make it like hollow and transparent. So when he's charging up his spell like this, the snake head is going to go like around him and circling and going like through his legs and like up around him, you know, doing all that shit. It's going to be pretty badass. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work in Godot. Damn it, I keep moving that shit. If I control Z, whatever. Alright. Let's bring this up. I keep getting distracted. All the dumb shit I gotta do. We'll bring that right here. So that looks pretty good. The coal would be like right up there burning, and he's gonna have the torch right up next to it, and the camera's gonna be like zoomed in right on his face. Let's go to material preview. Bam, one eye wonkily staring at it, the other eye staring off into space. Perfect. I need to make his hat a little better too. The actual hat he had, I think this one just came from Make Human, but the actual hat he had is a little bit different, and I want to recreate it in all of its potency. So let's do that. I think we already got these arms, right? Let's just bring this location rotation. So we have that there. And I guess we'll just stay kind of like that for a while, and then I think that should be later on. We really should, I guess, just maybe expand this out for a long time instead of me making 1,000,000 animation points. So we bring all these out, and I can just grab this right here, and we'll move this out for a longer amount of time. So like that, and then we'll just grab this one, and we'll move this out to like the 1 minute mark. So he'll have the torch going, he's bringing it up, he's sizzling, he's sizzling, he's sizzling. So we need to get to the sizzling point quicker. Somewhere up in here. He's going, he's sizzling it up. And then he's going right there. And then, yeah. So let's try bringing that into Godot and just going for it. We'll bring in the objects later. Is that how we're going to do it? Smoking it up. I think we need a little bit more movement. We should make his head move back and forth a little bit. So what I'm going to do is go R, and we'll just insert location rotation. We'll just make a few little movements here. We'll kind of bring this down. I'll make another one, maybe like right here. Maybe somewhere in here we'll just go like that. So it's kind of like a weird autistic spasm Cobra's having. So there we go. Let's see, how does that look? Oh, let me go to material view so it's maybe a little smoother. So he's very slowly coming up. It's probably not running very fast. You can see our frames are not going as fast as they should be. But yeah, he's very slowly moving up. Slowly. We should be burning right about there. So I think I actually need to bring that back. Right here, he really should be sizzling it. He should be leaning to the side like in the video. Oh, well then I have to remake the whole fucking thing. Alright, fine. Yeah, actually that would make more sense. And it really won't take that long. So I think we can just spin this like that. And then we'll move him a little bit back. And then I think we need to move this a little bit more back on the X. And then there we go. And now, actually instead of doing that in pose mode, let me Control Z on that. We'll go to object mode and we can just move him back in the chair. Like that. So there we go. That's closer to the video. So we're going like this. We're getting it close to his face. Let's see the position that he's in the video. Let's take a look. Old Kobe's. We're gonna over exaggerate, of course, but it's always good to watch this again. I like how there's stuff falling off onto the chair, and it's like, damn, dude, that is so close to igniting. He's got a vacuum over there. I never noticed that. Looks like he's got some mail, some Tide, Iron Maiden, hell yeah. I'm not sure what that is. He's still going. I gotta put the little Aussie knuckles on there too. Yeah. The sad part about Cobra's had 8 girlfriends. I mean, they might have all been homeless, but alright. So we bring this up here. That's looking a little better, I think. I'm gonna have to remake the model and fix this animation anyway. I'm just trying to like shape it out. So I think what I'm gonna do is bring it into Godot, and we'll just go from there. Should I delete every other animation, or should I just bring the whole thing over? Let me take a look. Let me ask ChatGPT. Can I export? Yeah, Cobra has game, simple as. Can I export? Can I export a GLB with only one of my animations from Blenderer? Yes. Here's how to do it cleanly. Select the armature. I can export it as an FBX. Okay. NLA strips off. All actions off. Bake animation. I don't really want to do that. So we'll just export the whole thing as a GLB, and then I'll just put them in that animation. I was trying to save us on some data, but who gives a fuck? Let me do this. File, export, GLTF. Where am I going to put this thing? I don't even think I have a project yet. Let me open up Godot and make a new folder. I've also still been working on the typing game. I've kind of adapted it now. I was trying some networking stuff and I failed terribly on one of the streams, but I'm trying a new one. I'm calling it Keyboard Warriors. So you like pick your fucking guy and you got to battle with the other person. I'm trying to make it like network enabled. And I'm gonna put it up on a server. I have a subscription service. I think it was like some Microsoft thing for a fucking server or whatever. I'm gonna put it up there and maybe have people battle once I get it all coded. I think that'd be really fucking funny. What do I need here? What are we calling this shit? King Cobra smoking game. There we go. Right, so let's refresh. We got to go to the... where exactly are you saved? Hold on. Open in File Manager. You're in the documents. Awesome. Cool. So, File, Export, GLTF, Documents. Where the fuck is it? King Cobra Smoking Game. We need to make a new folder and say Cobes Model, Cobes Modelo V1, Cobes Cookery, export. It's probably going to take forever. Hopefully my screen is still showing. Sometimes this causes some problems. I'm gonna have to wait it out for a second. That would be fun. I want to do keyboard warriors live stream. That would be cool. Yeah, I have. I'm gonna show it off later on, but yeah, I want to have it so you like pick your Wojaks. You got like Doomer, you know, like just all the fucking basic ones. You pick your fucking guy and then you battle. I want to have like you're typing in like slurs. Honest opinion, hottest Sonic character. I'm not answering that. I did see a great quote from Hideo Kojima where they're like saying there was a lack of diversity in his games, and he's like, "No, I included a gay character. It's the player. It's you." I was like, "That's fucking based." Cobra, are you ever gonna load? I think I have so many fucking animations on this guy. It's like 25 for the lolcow video game, so it's gonna take forever to load. Yeah. Fucker. I'm trying to pull it to the other screen to show you guys, but it won't allow me to. It's just got one of those spinny wheels. Those things you always want to see in Microsoft. So I think I might take a break real quick and then be right back. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So let me... where's my notepad? Put that up there. And yeah, I will be... All right, is it loading? Is it loaded? No, it's not. It's not responding. Let's stop responding. We need some first responders. And I gotta leave here at like 2:30. Anybody else doing anything fun for fucking 4th of July? I got my American sunglasses. Some of my family are liberals, so I'm definitely gonna go over there and piss them off. I'm gonna get a big "Make America Great Again" hat. Wear that. They're gonna love that. All right, are you loaded yet? I'm sure my graphics card is loving streaming, doing the video, exporting this, running Godot. You know, you should be able to do them all in sync. And also, like, the 4 videos I have pulled up on my fucking YouTube. I think I have a pretty decent graphics card, though. What do we have? We have a, I thought it should show you in here somewhere. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Come on, Cobra, you can do it. I really hope this doesn't take forever. It normally only takes about like, 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm gonna own the libtards. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going through my neighborhood. What's that song? Oh man, I had it pulled up earlier. Damn. It's not the national anthem, but it should be. It's brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. I can't remember the name of the fucking song. I'd play it, but I'd fucking they would take the stream down for fucking copyright, which is bullshit. Let me look it up. Brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Okay, yeah, Toby Keith, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. This is like the most American song ever. I'm definitely blasting that all day today. Are you loaded yet? Can you maybe do your job instead of just giving me a not responding? Our blender texture. Let's watch Cobra a little more. Why not? Three hours before the eviction call. Yeah, right after this he gets evicted, by the way. And then Clint calls and he's like, "Hey boy, you been burning coals in your apartment?" And he's like, "No, nah, I haven't been using a blowtorch inside. Definitely haven't been smoking a hookah. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, you just were. The dog collar as well, very good. I've noticed that a bunch of the other Godot YouTubers are wearing dog collars as well, although it's not because they're goth, it's for different reasons. I've looked at my competition on this landscape. A bunch of PNG tubers I see. What is that shirt? That shirt rocks. Yeah, hit it. Double hit it, dude. Oh yeah, you gotta block off the other side. Can't have any air in that. My Blender file's still loading. Let's see, my favorite part is when he's getting, he eats a burger and then where does he show off the tobacco? It's so gross. He's like, yeah, it's real wet and juicy. Oh yeah, and then over here, it's not hot enough. He didn't get that coal quite hot enough. So he blasts it again with the fucking... Yeah, there we go. Now it's really rolling. Now it's rolling. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know if you ever smoked a hookah before, but that's not how it works. You should just be able to light the coal and then smoke it. You put it on top of the foil, and there's a bunch of hashish in there or whatever. But yeah. Is this ever going to export? I might have to do the exportation off stream. Yeah, wonderful. That's looking good. That's good stuff right there. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, spin the... It's probably not hot enough. You probably got to get it hotter. Dude, the way that he almost dropped it there. He's putting it right on the tobacco. No, dude, you got to put it on a piece of film. You don't put it right on the tobacco. I think, right? My friend was really into this back in the day when we were like fucking 17. The trench coat too. He's like Mr. X, dude. Oh yeah, fucking get it going again. Yep. Yeah, it's just not hot enough. Not producing enough smoke for his lungs. He needs more. Got to get more in there. You know, he should just suck the smoke right off the fucking tobacco. Just put it up to his face and just... Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff.
I believe believe me, this hookah tobacco is quite strong. A couple hits of it'll do ya. And it depends on the coals you get too, because sometimes the coals are harder to start.
Well, that is true. If you buy the fucking shitty like $1.50 coals from the Turkish man at the fucking Giddy Mart, then yeah, they're gonna fucking suck, dude. You're gonna have to maybe spend $7 to $8 on the coals that actually work. But I see that you have elected not to do that and have said, I'm just gonna set the entire house on fire. Are we exported? Oh, it looks like we did export. Wonderful. Re-importing our assets. Pre-re-importing operations. Alright. Well, it looks like Cobra's having a positive effect on our graphics card. I think he's so low resolution that it's like, it's making everything else run in low res. Dude, that duster is incredible. That's a fucking powerful statement of a duster. Dude, I remember I was at a gun show one time, and this sketchy ass dude, I was a little kid and I was with my dad, and this sketchy ass dude came up to us with this fucking big ass duster on.
Outside. This is the...
And he was just like, he just like walked up and he was like, hey, check this out. And he had like a giant shotgun like underneath his duster. And like, we were just kind of like, yeah, that's great, dude. And he was like, you trying to buy a shotgun? And we were like, no, man, like we're not trying to buy a shotgun from a dude in a fucking trench coat. We're going to go over there to the Muslim booth, okay, where they're selling AKs and shit for like $200 because it's 2000, it's 2005.
Fucking things I get, real fucking nice. I guess spray painting the wands indoors was a no-no amongst other things.
Amongst other things. Okay, let's check out our texture, Cobra. Let's take a look. Bam, slam that in there. Oh, we exported everything. I forgot about all the rest of the shit as well. I didn't check any boxes. Did you sign his petition? Which petition is that? The petition to give Clint full guardianship and ownership of Cobra. I want a petition that makes it so that Daddy Clinton has to check every time he wants to go live. I also saw the Stop Killing Games, all that drama, and I wanted to weigh in on that. I wanted to say that Ross, it's time to give it up and shave your fucking head, man. It's time to just fucking get rid of that shit. Hold on, where is a picture of Ross? Stop Killing Games. Ross. Images. There we go. So we got this. I guess it's him versus the pirate software guy who's like gay, furry, Blizzard developer weirdo. And then we have this guy who's like the definition of autistic internet spurgery personified, our hero. But like, Ross, dude, what are you doing, man? You gotta get rid of it. It's so brutal. Okay, so yeah, I even had a meme I was gonna pull up that was slightly hurtful. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Let me look. Very important stuff here. Global assets. All right, I gotta go to textures random. We gotta let it load the hundreds of things I saved here. Yeah, here we go. I found this, and I found it very hurtful, but also true. The hardwood, you can always count on me, Mr. Clean. And then you have the Redditor. Did you see Rick and Morty last night? So good. Yeah, I thought that was really funny. And then this one up here, this was me for a while. Chain smoking is the only fashion I need. No, I'm not a slave. Why? Just need my electric trimmer. Same length for everything. Hell yeah, dude. I haven't been to get a haircut in years. But now I have no choice. I'm Mr. Clean. Forced to wear the crown. Alright, so what are we going to do here? Let's go to his animation player. Oh, it's an animation player for everything. Oh, good. That's what's going on here. So if I go to sitting, we have this here. What was the one I made? Oh, it was like smoking it up. There we go. Cool. If I play this, we'll see. What does he do? He just slowly brings that shit up to his face. Wonderful. Cool. So let's put a camera in here, and then we'll attach this to his hand. Where is our actual King Cobra? Right here? No, that's a closet with his snacks inside. This is our guy. Let's add a, what is it, skeleton, what are those things called? Bone attachment? Bone attachment 3D, I believe, and we're going to attach it to his, the torch attaches to the hand bone. The hand bone goes to the, where the fuck is his hand? There we go. Okay, and we will take this guy and plug that into the hand bone, much like Ken bone, and we will transform this back to normal. Whoops, we're going to keep that, and then we can just move this around. As a prototype, this works pretty good, and then I'll come back in with better models for the HD update. The goal of this game is to get Cobra's coal lit, so he's going to be in his chair like this. There's going to be like text on the screen. It'll be like either, you know, like quick time events, like press the button or type this phrase, and as you're doing it, it's going to be like King Cobra's mind thinking, and it's going to, you know, you're going to be like typing the input, maybe typing his thoughts as he's burning this coal over and over again, getting it really, really red hot. And then by the end, if you succeed all the time trials, he'll place the coal onto the grate and, you know, smoke down the hookah. But if you fail, there'll be a knock at the door, some Windies will arrive, the cops will come, something like that. So basically the goal is to light King Cobra's hookah. Now, will he be able to achieve it? And then we should have the Clint phone call immediately once it gets lit, where he's like, "You fucked up. What did you do? You fucked up." Where he's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't light anything inside." And it's like, "You fucking liar. I see you, Cobra." Okay, so we need to bring him down a little bit too. Or perhaps bring the chair up. If we go to this, let's just go to the armature, and I think we can bring that down. Like right there. The ice cream truck is coming. Can you guys hear it? It's outside. We'll call this the only scene, because we only need one scene. How's it going, Double D Studios? I'm doing pretty good. I'm making a King Cobra game where the goal is to light up his hookah, and we got this going on here. Let's add a camera. And my idea was just to have a black background with just his chair in there, but since we brought the whole scene, maybe we'll put some other assets in. The problem is this like isn't fully like made yet, so I don't really have all of his stuff. This was for my lolcow video game, so let's just bring that down a little more, something like that. Basically where his webcam is what I'm trying to achieve. So something like that, and we can just run that, and we'll just autoplay this, and let's see what that looks like if I just run this, select current. Oh damn, yeah, I guess maybe since it's Godot 4.4 now, if you're like moving up, it might not work anymore. Yeah, that might be a thing. I'd have to download it and take a look. It's funny because I saw somebody downloaded it afterwards, and I was like, oh, that's probably you, because I know you were talking about it in the last stream. I was like, I could definitely get like their personal information now. It's just funny. or at least whatever email whoever downloaded it with. It's like, I don't like that Gumroad does that. Why do I have to like give an email to download like content creator shit? Because like then they have my email, but whatever. Better than PayPal. I don't have like any payment. People have donated on there like $3 or $4, and they're like, "Oh, hook up your bank account so I can pay you." And I'm like, "I'm not giving you my bank account to get $7. No, thank you." All right, so we have that camera. We had no lighting, so we need some type of lighting. Light. Directional light, 3D. We'll spin it, and then I think we need some type of world environment as well. Whoops. World environment. Yeah, no, I wouldn't dox anyone or anything. I'm just like fucking around. But yeah, I hate that like every website now you have to enter in all your information, and it's like that's why I'm trying to. I have my own website where I want to like make my own like thing where you can just download my shit. But then it's like then you go into some random person's website and downloading shit. So it's like it's a catch-22, you know. It's like I want to be on one of these big fucking websites and give people stuff, but how do I? Where's okay? Here we go. Custom color. I guess we should make a sky, or just make it black. Yeah, we'll make it black, goth, like King Cobra. Like I wanted to make my website. I was gonna do like a whole HTML site where people could like make accounts and then like log on and comment on shit. But I also don't want like the security risk of like other people's information and like shit like that. So I don't know. I might do that. I might not. I think we need to face the sun this way to be facing on Cobra. Let's try that. So yeah, he's slowly going. I'll have a better animation with like more shit. But yeah, it's just going to be like a minute-long game, so... Yeah. Right now, he would be burning his hand. But yeah, like application aggregators, or it's like, you know, all when you're applying for jobs and you got to apply for 1 million of those like work-a-day things or whatever, and you're just like, yo, fuck this. Why do I have to do this? The worst one I did, it was like some job for like Capital One. I never got it, but I applied for it, and there was like a whole internet browser thing you had to go through, a personality test, like all these other different fucking tests you had to do just to make sure you could, you know, suck dick in the HR department. And then they had like another one that was, it was like this thing where you had to click. It was like a little game, but it had like a button, and it turned green like every like 2 or 3 seconds on sporadic intervals. And it was like, watch this screen for 60 seconds, and every time the button turns green, you have to press it. And it's like, dude, are you really like making me press a button every time it turns green on a fucking website right now? And it's like, this is to test how loyal you are to your like attention span. And like, this is the most fucking dystopian thing I've ever heard. Yeah, that is a humiliation ritual. It's like if they came into the room and they were like, all right, every time I say jump, jump, and you're just like jumping up and down. You know what I mean? Like, ask me about my skills, ask me about like how I would handle a situation. That's fine. Like, that's totally normal shit. But like, yeah, when they're just like, when I ring the bell, you come a running. It's like, it was so brutal. And then I told my mom about that, and she was like, wow, that's like impressive. Like, that's really cool. They're making you take a personality test. And I'm like, Mom, no, like, I thought that was so funny when I was younger. That I would tell like people about that, and they'd be like, wow, that's really cool. You got to do that for a job application. I'd be like, what do you mean like that's cool, dude? Like, that's fucking horrific. Yeah. Yeah, it was like mainly older people I would ask about that. Like boomers and stuff, they'd be like, yeah, that's high tech. Like, that's pretty cool. And it's like anyone younger, if I told them about that, they're like, dude, that's fucking insane. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. But, you know. As far as this, I'm probably gonna have to go for now. I gotta go do fireworks with my family and have human interaction instead of just making these stupid video games. But thanks everyone for coming out to the stream. I'll probably be streaming later, doing some fun shit. So yeah, hopefully, you know what? Maybe the goal of this is maybe to get King Cobra to play my video game. I'll even donate money, but I don't know. His brain is so fried, dude. I don't even know if he could muster it all together to download this file or whatever. Does he even play video games? Can his brain handle a video game? Does he have a game console? Do we have proof of that? I would love to see him play like Call of Duty, dude. Those eyes would be going everywhere, man. But yeah, peace out, guys. I gotta go. Later.